Hey everybody, it's Thomas, and it's time to talk about some Blood Bowl. In particular, the Blood Bowl League of Blood Bowl. Should be no big surprise. Some fun changes this week. I'm getting rid of the overlay image to guard against the chat, because honestly, I kept forgetting to do it, and some annoying chat is less annoying than being unable to see the screen. We're going to start things off with managing my team. I did pretty okay last week. 40,000 means I'm not going to buy anything, but I got 2 levels up, so let's see how we do. First things first, we'll do the Warrior. Get an 8, not too bad. I think block is pretty much the obvious choice here. I mean, I could get guard, but I think I would need block first. Just makes him a little better at punching, get some more stuff, and, you know, then I can get like claw and stuff after that. So, let's get the block going. Oh yeah, should be good. Level 2, team value on the rise. And then it's time for the Pestiger. Let's see what we get for him. Ooh, that is more interesting. Let's see here. So I get doubles. Man. So I'm really tempted. Movement allowance would be nice. Arm value I think I can skip. Alright, let's go ahead and choose a skill. We're not going to do the stats. So, none of these are any good. Leader would be okay, I guess. That's actually pretty tempting, but I need these guys to be better ball handlers. So let's look at agility here. Dodge would be good. It would make him more immune to getting punched. I kind of want to do leap, but I feel like that's way too greedy. So let's get dodge, make this guy a better ball runner. I think that'll be good. Alright, committed. Hopefully I won't regret that decision. We'll save it. Alright. And now let's talk about what happened this week in Blood Bowl League of Blood Bowl. We will start with my match, or we'll start with whatever match comes up first, I guess, here. This is week 4, so we'll start with Mark versus the Dwarves. Not a lot to say about this game. The Dwarf team just doesn't have quite the basic mechanics to really play the game effectively. He did some okay plays, but definitely made some mistakes. Look at this crazy passing. It's mind-boggling. It doesn't even make sense. Mark did a ton of running, got 4 touchdowns, just kind of avoided him. Yeah, he got hit a lot, but no injuries, nothing. In fact, he injured a Dwarf player, which is not an easy thing to do. Yeah, Mark just outmaneuvered him. Nothing too special here. Got 90,000, which is a ridiculous amount of money. Let's see here. Any new level ups here? I don't think so. Got guard in his ogre. That's a little scary. I think that happened last week. It's hard to remember what happened when now. Yeah, it doesn't look like anything too spectacular happened. He looks like he bought another catcher, which is definitely a good call. Definitely solid. Using more scoring potential. Or was that last week? I don't remember. Oh, he bought another reroll, it looks like. So that's interesting. So he's got 4 rerolls now. Should make his match going into next week pretty scary. If we look at Dwarf Team, he picked up 30,000, which is not the best, but not the worst. Did get a level up on his runner here. Looks like he got the MVP. I'm not sure what he'll pick up for this. Hopefully just more running skills, essentially. Make him a better ball handler, all that fun stuff. Hopefully he stops trying to pass the ball, because that's not going to work at all. But yeah, definitely a good thing to get his runner MVP points so he can level up. Never a bad thing there. Yeah, there's not a lot to talk about with this team. He's got 160,000 now, so hopefully he buys another reroll. That, I think, would make his life a lot easier. And at that point, I can save up for something else, another 60,000, get him closer to that Troll Slayer. I think that's probably the better way to go. You could buy the Troll Slayer outright as well, which would give him a little more flexibility, but I think another reroll would serve him better moving forward. And for the next game here, this was the... this is Andrew's team versus the Undead team. They couldn't make this game work, so they just did a forced tie. Let's see what happened here. 70,000 for Andrew, which is pretty good. MVP and a touchdown. Let's see where those points went. Looks like his Pitfighter Cultist got a level up, and his Bloodthirster got a level up. So that is incredible. Looks like the Pitfighter Cultist got the touchdown, and the Bloodthirster got the MVP, which means that the Bloodthirster is going to be very, very scary, depending on what Andrew rolls next week. We'll see. Absolutely terrifying. 110,000 now. He's got a lot of options for what he can pick up. I think more Bloodletter Demons is probably not a bad call, although at this point he could also just wait until next week and get another reroll. 3 rerolls makes this team a lot safer, so I think that's probably the better way to go. He's really close. He'll almost for sure make it next week. Shouldn't be a problem there. Crane Clan Catastrophe, Dark Elves versus Chaos. This game not roll well for his wins, but Chris definitely rolled well to do the win. A little bit of passing, a little bit of running, well, a lot more running. Got tackled once, got 2 casualties against him, but definitely dealt it out in return. Dealt casualty back, and also got 3 touchdowns, which just ran around him. Kind of what I expected to happen here. The lack of rerolls, huge factor from what Chris was telling me about the game. Let's see his injuries. Another injury on the Assassin, smashed collarbone. Losing point in strength makes him very vulnerable to normal blocks, but still makes him a very potent blitzer. So we'll see. Looks like he bought a Witch Elf with his winnings, but I think is definitely a good call. He got a bunch of level ups here. Got Leader on a runner, so that's great. Gives him effectively 3 rerolls without inflating his team value too much. Let's see what else he got here. Another, that's the block they got. 4 +1 agility on his blitzer. This will make this guy a pretty potent ball fetcher if he needs to be. He can smash some dudes, grab some stuff. I think that's definitely going to be a nice pickup for him. Maybe not 100% ideal. I don't know if a blitzer really needs the agility, but it'll help nonetheless. So another Witch Elf, definitely a good thing to pick up. It'll make the threat of grabbing the ball out of nowhere a lot more just there. Frenzy plus dodge plus jump up means that even if he gets knocked down, he can get right up in there. 7 movement allowance as well is definitely a very helpful thing. Moving on to the next match. I'm just cruising through these. This is me versus the Necromantic. As you can see, the streak is over. I'm no longer winning all of my matches, but I definitely did okay. I got 40,000. Got some KOs against me, got a casualty against me, but I definitely dealt it out harder than I got. 6 casualties overall and a touchdown to tie. Basically, I got a little unlucky with some pickups. He got a little more lucky early on, managed to get the ball in early. I couldn't get it in to follow up. It's kind of how the matchups for the Necromantic team have been going. They've been able to get some scores at some key moments early on, and the opposition couldn't follow up. I got a touchdown in at turn 15 with a lot of luck. It was turn 14. Match is posted. You'll see a link here, but a little sad. I'm still undefeated technically, so I guess that's good. But yeah, I dealt out a lot of punching and just beating, as we saw in the team management. I got some level ups. Ended up with block and dodge on these 2 players, and just some more points overall. This guy's going to level up next match. Pretty much no questions asked. Hopefully I can get the Beast some stuff. The Beast got 2 injuries, so the Beast has a really good chance of leveling up next match as well, so we'll see how that goes. And more Minority Warriors looking in pretty good position to move up as well. These 2 guys are both in a good chance to move up. If we look at how he did, blocking did. Let's see, he walked away with 40,000 as well, so we're actually even on that, and we can kind of see the injury toll. Smashed collarbone means this guy's just dead weight, essentially. Don't remember who else I injured. Well, Regeneration hit a lot, that's why. Regeneration was basically an MVP for that game. Was not able to put the hurt in on the Werewolf despite getting some injuries, so that was a little unfortunate. Werewolves definitely big positional players and did a lot of damage. I really wish that his his ghoul had gotten some more stuff so we could level up, be better ball handlers, so these werewolves can be freed up to do damage, but it worked out okay, I guess. I don't know. I feel like the match could have gone better for me, but whatever. 160 means he can buy some more stuff. We talked about this before. I think another Flesh Golem is definitely a good way to go. Just makes him safer overall. He could get another reroll, I guess, as well, but I don't know. It didn't seem like he needed it too much, but I don't know. Another reroll wouldn't hurt. He's in the position for it. Definitely close call one way or the other. He's got enough players where he doesn't really need it, but with the zombies slowly going down, he needs to strengthen up his line. So another Flesh Golem wouldn't be too bad. But again, another reroll wouldn't hurt as well. Last match of the week was the Amazons versus the Lizard team. This matchup kind of went the opposite of what I expected it to do. The Lizard team went all ham on them, basically. 70,000 for the winnings, awesome. Hit hit a little bit of pain, but dished it out really well. 4 casualties is great. Intercepted the ball as well. Lots of SPP going this way. This is 10 SPP right there. Another 6. 5 more for Wiki. So 21 SPP for the week. Not bad at all. Yeah. Looks like he just did plain damage. Actually, no. I'm overestimating here, but 2 casualties here, 4 here. Oh, I bet these were fall downs for Go For It's. Without seeing the full match, it's hard to say, but that seems to make the most sense. Looks like Stunty did its job. Low team value, nonetheless. Let's see what we got for level ups. Another Skink level up. 20 SPP on this. This guy was clearly Ball Chief. Sidestep makes this guy really good. I am pretty terrified to see what the Skink is going to pick up. And in all honesty, I'm glad I faced this team when he was still a little new and didn't quite know what he was doing. Makes me feel a little safer moving forward. But Sidestep is great. Diving tackle would be okay. Sure feet wouldn't be too bad either. Could easily get block or sure hands or any number of things to make this Skink even better. Another Skink got this level up, so that's good. 90,000, definitely buy another source. No questions asked. As simple as that. These guys need levels and damage as soon as possible. Looks like the Krogzagor got a level of an injury SPP, so if he gets MVP, he'll level up, so that's nice. This team is still short a player if they don't buy anyone, so I would definitely hope that he would buy another source. It'd make him a lot stronger overall. And with these 2 Skinks moving up, he's got some really good ball handling potential, so hopefully that goes well for him. Like I said, the Amazon team got the hurt put on them. I guess their injuries just stuck up a little bit more. 60,000 though, so really good roll for despite losing. If we look at the team roster, yeah, these injuries are starting to pile up here. Missed next game on the thrower. Definitely going to hurt this team's ability to get the ball done really fast. Yeah, not a lot more to say. This game just did not go well. If I had to guess, the injuries were a huge factor in that aspect. He'll have another mercenary, although he has 80,000, so he could hire maybe another thrower. Wouldn't be a bad option necessarily. Another thrower would definitely give him more options. Might be beneficial to save up for another blitzer. It is a tough call at this point. I don't know. He can definitely afford another thrower, so that would definitely help. Just get everything covered. He's got 3 rerolls and a bunch of stuff, so he should be winning a bunch of kickoff events, which will be nice. Kind of depends on what he wants to do. Saving up for another blitzer would definitely not be a bad deal. On the other hand, a thrower would help him win his next game more handily. So we'll see what he decides to do. Definitely an interesting path for development. He's got a lot of choices for sure. And that wraps up our very speedy recap of week 4. Didn't mean to go that fast, but hey, sometimes you go really fast. We're going to start with a preview now for week 5, and this matchup looks pretty exciting. This is going to be Mark's Humans versus Chris's little guys. Mark has so much going for him, so much team value advantage, just tons of investment, 4 rerolls. He's in a very dangerous position of just rolling all over Chris just by sheer skill development alone. And he's got 2 extra players. He's in a really healthy spot. Chris, on the other hand, I gotta scroll down now to get to this week. Chris, he's got an injury out. I mean, he got the Witch Elf, so he's got 11 players, but I don't know. Assassin being gone is going to be a little sad, although saves him from being punched by the Ogre, I guess. But he could definitely depend on the Assassin, do some shadowing and things like that, so I think it's going to hurt him going into the game. I don't know. I think Mark is going to win this. His team is just more developed. It might be close, but I don't think Chris is going to win. If he wins, he'll be very, very lucky, essentially. So we'll see. Next match of the week is me versus the Undead team, the Afterlife team. And I think I've got a pretty big advantage here. His Ghoul got a level up, so we'll see what he decides to do with this. He's got 3 of them. But aside from that, the only real other player with any kind of movement is the White. Everyone else is slow. And once you're at my speed, I'm in a good position. I got to be a little bit afraid of the Mummy, especially because the Mummy got a level up, and both of his mummies are probably going to have guard at that point. But Riders on the line can take care of that, and the Warriors behind can smash. We'll see. It could go very, very awry for me, but I think barring this Ghoul getting like sure hands or something ridiculous, I feel pretty confident that my overall ball handling will let me win. It's going to be a very bashy, bloody game, one way or the other, and it all could go terrible for me, depending on how well these mummies do. But we'll see. I think the beast in the back line is going to be a huge factor, and a lot of these guys having armor value 7 actually going to be pretty helpful for me as well. If we look at... so to recap, I think I'm going to win that game. Might be close, but I think I'm going to win. Amazons versus Dwarves. Normally I would say the Dwarves have a very much better, or very higher shot of winning this, especially given how injured this team is. However, given how not great the Dwarf team seems to get the game, which it sucks for him, and I'm sure it's kind of a slog, but the Amazon team should be able to run all the way around him. Even if he doesn't hire a thrower, I think he's going to be in a good position to just score a lot, and he might take a bunch of injuries because he can't rely on dodge so much with tackle, but I think that the Amazon team will definitely be able to win this, just because I don't think the Dwarf team gets that tackle messes with dodge, or if he does, I don't know if he'll apply it correctly. Either way, the Amazon team is a lot faster, so it should go well for him. This next match is Corn versus Lizards. This one I'm actually really interested to see how it turns out. Andrew's team is about as developed as the Lizard team. Not playing this matchup means Andrew missed on a lot of potential for these guys to get random level ups from injuries and things like that. We'll see, I guess. It's definitely possible that Andrew could do very, very well with this game. He's got a lot of bash to work with. Frenzy, still really, really good. Level up on the Bloodthirster means his big hitter is going to be very strong. If we compare it to the Lizard team, I mean, he's got good ball handling development, and that's about it. So it'll come down to how well the Lizard team can position, how well they can get away from the Corn team. The Lizard team is faster than the Corn team, technically, but has a lot less just skill overall. The Krogsgore is a little scary, sure, but Andrew doesn't really dodge that much anyway, and he can hit harder, basically. So we'll see how it goes. I'm going to say Andrew has a better shot of winning just because his team is slightly more developed overall. It should be a close game, though. Like I said, I'm interested to see how that plays out. Both teams kind of have a similar deal going on. Andrew just has Frenzy to work with, so could go one way or the other. And then we have Chaos versus the Necromantic team. As always, I feel bad for the Chaos team because this right here is the problem. Team value 1010 versus a much higher team value, I would guess, versus 1050. So not really an inducement to speak of, assuming he doesn't buy anyone again, which I think would be crazy not to. Just have that money sitting there seems nuts. But the lack of rerolls is going to be killer, especially because I'm assuming he's going to buy somebody too. Yeah. Just the lack of rerolls is going to be the factor here. He can't throw as much bash as he wants against a fairly bashy running team. I just think it's not going to go well for him. So to recap, I think Mark is going to win against Chris. Might be close, but I think Mark will edge it out. I think I will win. Some of that is just me being snotty, but I think I'm going to win. I think the Amazon team is going to win. This is a big left-hand side of the group here. I think that Andrew might win, but I think the Lizard Man team is a better shot of winning overall. I may be contradicting what I just said 2 seconds ago, but the more I think about it, no. I think Andrew's going to win this. Recontradict myself. I think Andrew is going to win this. I think Chaos's slightly more development will help just because the bashiness is not with him at that point. And Horns is still good, and I think the Necromantic team will win. So almost all left side predictions for the week. If we take a quick look at some overall rankings, I'm at the top of the charts. These two guys play each other, so one of them will be above me technically before I play my match, I think. But whatever. If I keep winning my matches, I should stay ahead of these guys, hopefully. But it's Blood Bowl. I could easily lose the next 6 weeks. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, right now I'm at the top of the charts. It kind of flows out as you would normally. More stratification here with me, Chris, and Mark at the top 3. And then these guys scrumming around here for 4th, which, again, could easily change. Hall of Fame, any big fun changes? Most experienced is this Lizard guy, this Lizard Skink. Looks like my Warrior, my Pestigent are showing up here. Best scoring overall is the Werewolf with 3 still. Wow, Mark is doing a great job of spreading out his guys. I expect to see more human players up here, but that is not the case. Best Thrower, unsurprisingly, still the humans. Best Interceptor, we finally got one. Hooray, go Lizards. Look, and at the most violent team, looks like this guy, which I think is a white, I'm not sure. There's up to 3 injuries, so that's pretty impressive. Got 2 on my guy, so I'm feeling pretty good about that. But 3 is definitely far and away the overall winner here. Best runner, still me. Yes, I run so hard. I run so far. Best thrower, yard-wise, unsurprisingly, still the human team. Longest survivor, again, this means nothing. Best killer, got some more kills in here, it looks like. Oh no, it looks like the same amount. Nothing too new here. Best receiver, still the Chaos team, miraculously, for some reason. That's it. So, a little bit quicker recap and preview than next week. I'm trying to make them a little faster. I'm trying to write things down before I go into this. So hopefully that was interesting. As always, I'll have my matchup. There'll be links and stuff like that. It'll be great. And yeah, thanks as always for listening, watching. I'll talk to you guys later.